Why Eclipse Gospel? It's because the gospel is now colluded in the world. You can find the proper gospel. Because of that, name of this prayer meeting is the Eclipse Gospel. In April 8th, there's going to be a solar eclipse in America. So everyone is speaking about this event. Social media is in hype. Some say it's the end of the days. Many say it's the end of the days. Jesus is going to return. And some argue that judgment to America, the Islam people says it's a prophecy that is going to fulfill, that the America is going to be judged. And the Christian prophecy is related to Jonah, a warning to America to return. So this eclipse, why is this important, and what does the Bible say? Do we need to look at the stars and the moon and find the prophecies, or is there any key to this subject? So this is what we are going to discuss, and what's happening around us. So I gathered some historical facts and also Bible scriptures so that we can discuss about this topic. What is this eclipse and why this sun, moon and stars are there? The universe is a timekeeper. So when God created the universe, he said, "Let there be light in the vault of the sky to separate the day from night. Let them serve as signs to mark the sacred times and days and years." We know a day ends when the sun comes up and some sun goes down. So we know one day cycle is finished, and these things God created so that we can see the times and ages changes and all those things. In Luke, Jesus tells about the end times, and there will be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, and on the earth distress of nations, the sea and the waves roaring, men's heart falling them from fear and expectation of those things which are coming on earth. For the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Then they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. Now, when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near. So Jesus says, when these signs happen, the redemption is near. God has created sun, moon, stars to give us signs and to mark the time and days. God is the one who introduced the first calendar. Okay, before the solar calendar, Hebrews invented the calendar. God gave the calendar firstly. But this calendar is different. What we are using, Gregorian calendar, is different to Hebrew calendar. The Hebrew calendar is known as the Jewish calendar. It is the lunar solar calendar used for Jewish religious observations and official calendar of Israel. Unlike Gregorian calendar, which is popular purely solar, the Hebrew calendar syncs with the natural cycles of the sun and moon. It follows both biblical and rabbinical requirements guiding Jewish festivals, holidays, and daily life. So, this Jewish calendar is based on sun and moon. Okay, so now we know that there is another calendar. It is a Hebrew calendar, so it is different to the calendar we are in. So today we are in a leap year. Okay, so one day is extra in the February 29th is there, but in the Hebrew calendar there is 13 months. Every leap year there will be an extra month added. So we are in Adha. That means Adha. That's the 13th month of this last month. So we celebrated Passover, but that doesn't fall according to the Hebrew calendar, because this time, because it's a leap year, there is an extra month. So because of that extra month, it will for the Passover will start on the April 9th, but it will sink in the next year because of this leap year only it happens. So on April 8th, there is going to be a solar eclipse. That's why people are around, looking at the Bible scripture, and they are trying to decode what's going to happen to America, because there is an eclipse going to happen. So this is essential for interpreting Bible prophecies. So in order to interpret the Bible prophecies, we need to know the Hebrew calendar and the festivals and the things that is written. So then Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hand towards the sky. Before, the darkness spread over Egypt, and there was darkness in Egypt before Israel was redeemed from Egypt out of slavery. The last plague was darkness in Egypt. After the sign, God released Israel and redeemed them. So Pharaoh let them go after this last event. So we can see when an event like this occurs, there is a age, the generational change, age shifts. Now they were 400 years in slavery, and when this event comes, they are released from slavery. God redeemed them. So the sun was darkened and the veil of the temple was torn. Luke 23:45. This eclipse happened when Jesus died on the cross. So when he died, what happened was the veil was torn and the judgment was upon the people of Israel. The old covenant was broke and a new covenant was made on that day. When Jesus was on the cross, when the sun darkened in Israel. So what happens was, when the eclipse happened in Israel, the judgment was poured on Israel. Then Jesus redeemed the Gentiles. A new covenant was made with the Gentiles by breaking the old covenant. That happened when Jesus died, 33 AD. And after 33 AD, 70 AD, the temple and the whole Israel was torn apart, and it was totally, the temple and everything was destroyed, and the power of Israel was broken for 2000 years. Israel, Jews didn't have a land until 1948. Okay, they were scattered around the world after this old covenant was broken. So we can see there is some effect. God has put a sign so that we can know the sign. Even we know astrologers. When Jesus was born, the people looked at a star and followed the star where Jesus was born. So they knew these secrets, the times God kept to govern the universe. So God, when He created the world, He already created how the time should shift and how the time should pass. So these shifts happen with these, the sun and the moon and the stars, and age shift with this, signs. So when the sun was darkened, there is a change, a renewal took place. One side a judgment, the other side redemption. We know when we see a solar eclipse, it eclipses the sun eclipses with the moon, and again the sun comes back. So what it shows, it is a renewal, a change is going to happen. So we know that there is going to happen a change. Let's look at the historical events. Let's look at the historical events. If we are accurate, we can, have these historical events, before things happen, we'll go into darkest day, 1780, that happened in New England. New England, the British Empire was there in 1780. Okay, British Empire ruled the whole world, and in the second Passover, May 19th, 1780, there was a solar eclipse, and you can read about this event. Many were scared because they used the candles, because it was so dark they can't see anything. That much of darkness came into England, New England. So it was an extraordinary event. It was like dark as night. So this event triggered, and Britain was a giant power. It had so many countries. Even Sri Lanka was under British Empire, and America was America was ruled by Britain and the British Empire, and other countries as Australia and all those countries, they built them from ground up. However, July 4th, America got independence from Britain. Okay, when the power shifted to America, America was born as a new nation. And 1900, we can see a Pentecostal mission was born in Texas. Many didn't see speaking in tongues and praying in tongues in the latter days. They believed Christ. They didn't have the power of the Holy Spirit. However, in 1900s, when America was established as a new kingdom, what happened was there was a great Pentecostal revival. They spoke in tongues. There were miracles happening. It started in Texas, actually. It started from Texas and went up to, spread across the nation. And by 1960, every place, in 1920s, we got a revival, Pentecostal mission in Sri Lanka. Because of this Pentecostal revival, AOG was born, new denominational, new church was born. That was the Pentecostal revival, and it started in 1900s. Okay, so this new renewal happened. Now the AOG, the Anglican Church, gave power to this new Pentecostal mission. So the British Empire had this Anglican churches. They were Anglican back then. The Pentecostal churches began from America. So that's why there will be a new birth. So the new birth happened in America in 1900s and opened a way, a big revival around the world. However, America by 1960s, the sexual revolution and this hippies and everybody, the revolution of sex, the pride began also in that day. We can see that these revolutions, these renewals happened. The days shifted. So this happened in the second Passover, 1 month after Passover. So this is a significant event. That's why I said the biblical calendar is different to the calendar we have, and the seasons change according to this biblical calendar, and the events changes with the biblical calendar. So God has already planned what is going to happen in the future. So he has already laid the foundation. He has already, that's why in the Bible it says, Jesus has already planned our future. God has already planned what is going to happen. So he knew the Pentecostal revival will happen in America, and he will use America mightily to spread the gospel. And America became a powerhouse. It is to this date, it is the greatest nation, and it is the greatest economical powerhouse. It has the it is controlling the whole social media and all the things, the internet, everything is controlled by America itself. However, we can see a power shift is happening. The dollar was controlling the whole market. However, we can see in April they brought in a new currency. Now the power is shifting. What is it? What is happening? What is happening here? We can see 2017 there was a eclipse in America, 19 August. This happened with this Torah portion. The laws, the series of laws in advice of Israelis enter into the land of Israel. These include obligation to destroy idolatry, law of tithes and charity, dietary laws, holiday laws, and all these things. The laws being remembered on a day like August 19th. So, however, we saw that America broke all the laws that it was built. The same-sex marriage came from America, and abortion was given in America, and all those things happened in America. So at that time, 2017, Donald Trump was in power. So in this event, there was a great thing was happening behind. In 2017, December 19, Trump declared Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. So it was not the capital. Jerusalem was not the capital of Israel. However, in 2017, December 19, Trump declared that Jerusalem is the capital. Now we can see that Israel is reborn. Jesus died on the cross. He was buried for 2 days, and he was resurrected on the third day. Like that, Israel died, and it was Israel, the language died. They didn't have the land. For 2000 years, they were dead. But by 2017-19, they established Israel as a nation, and also they accepted Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. So we can see a resurrection of Israel was happening in 2017. So we can see a date shift. The time is shifting while the American powerhouse is dying. The time is shifting towards Israel, and America is blessing Israel to come up the ladder. So we can see these are all arranged by God himself, not by man. We can see the timing and the things are occurring according to God's plan. We can see these events. Okay, you can go Google it and check these events, what's happening, and you can go through these events, what happened after 2017, August 19th. They were in America, there was a big disaster. If you look at the events in 2018, it started with big disasters. The America started with big disasters, and everything was, going chaos. And in the midst of that only, the power was transferred to Israel, and uh, the capital was declared of Israel by Trump. So we can see these events was happening, and I in 2019, December 26th, there was an eclipse in Sri Lanka. So 2019, we had a Passover bombing happened in 2019, and 2019 December 26th, it was a Christmas. It was the Christmas year. The Hanukkah's fifth candle was burning at that time. So that time we had eclipse in Sri Lanka. So what happens after that was tragic. The government collapsed, a new government took over, and the financial system crashed. So we also felt the same effect when age changes. Now, this shows that the power of that land changes. It can change for good, it can change for bad. It can be a judgment, it can be a renewal. So these shifts happen with this eclipse. Same thing with the eclipse of the gospel. We know the gospel is in a diluted way. We know that there is so much of wrong doctrine, false prophets, false teachers, and all those things. So it has been eclipsed by these teachings. However, we will see a rebirth of this, the gospel. So we have to pray. And 2024, now we are going to have another eclipse in America, April 8th. It is the last day of the year. So the Moses has this is the Torah scripture, okay? Moses had difficulty envisioning the moon appearance at the exact moment of the monthly rebirth. After the sunset, God showed the new moon and the new month of Nisan. This is the time God gave the new calendar to Moses, showing him how the month starts. So Adar 29th was also a leap year. Adar 2, Adar 1 is finished, and Adar 2, this is a leap year. So we have another 29 days for this year. So this leap year is going to end on the April 8th. And what's going to happen? We know now the economy powerhouse is dying. America is losing its economical power, and social power is being taken by other countries like China. China is taking TikTok and different social media platforms. Now they are taking the people out. Now America is war against TikTok and asking to sell TikTok to America, because the power is going away from America, and it is going towards a different people. Russia is coming up, China is coming up, India is coming up, and the Saudi and all those places are blooming up, including Israel. However, America is going in a downfall. So the economy is falling, and the times are shifting from America to a different place. We saw Israel war began this year, this leap year. Israel last year, 2023, war began, and Israel captured, and they are expanding their territory, and they are capturing their land and taking hold of the whole land. So we can see a rebirth happening in Israel. So Israel will be established, and from Texas, there is a red cow to be sacrificed to build the third temple. So there was no cow with that. Red cows are hard to find. There was no cow, but they found these cow breeds in Texas where the eclipse goes over. So they took those cows to Israel so they can sacrifice on the first Nissan, that means 2024 April 9th, they will be sacrificing these cows to rebuild the third temple. So we can see the rebirth of Israel, and there is because of the gospel, because the wrong teaching and wrong way of behavior of Christians, the Christians are losing their power. In every country, we can see in Britain, there is no Christian church. You can see in Finland, there is no Christian church, good church to go. In Australia, there is no good Christian church go to a church, because all are eclipsed gospels, and all are being darkened by the Spirit. Wrong teaching, prosperity gospel, false prophets, false teachers are filled around, because the gospel of Christ is being eclipsed. So I encourage you to join this as this we are encountering this. God has revealed the secret through the Bible. Now you have learned this. We are small number of people trying to start over and to know the true gospel and to seek the truth. God had revealed these mysteries to us, like to the wise men who, when Christ was born, he revealed from these events, he revealed something's going to happen. He is going to send his king. So he is revealing us something. So I encourage you to invite more people and to get them share these things. I will record these and I will upload to YouTube and Facebook. You can share with your friends and notify them. Whatever in the you can search about this 2024 eclipse prophecies. Nobody is speaking about the rebirth and the judgment. They are only talking about the judgment. There is no rebirth. So there will be a rebirth. Every eclipse overs, a new sun will appear, a new age will appear. So we need to be prepared for that rebirth. I encourage you to be reborn in a new life. And whatever happens, even our country, even where I am living, it is hectic and it's hard to live. The economy has crashed. However, the things go bad. God has been providing us because we are under His, we are seeking Him. And even we go through difficult times, even America, Europe, or any other place goes in difficult days, He will teach us how to live. So I encourage everybody to, come into this prayer meeting. You can see, so much insight in this event. The there is a biblical thing that's going to happen, and while these things are happening, what we should do, we have to be reborn. We have to wait for the true gospel. We should not go with the eclipse and go with the judgment, but we need to be reborn, and we need to prepare ourselves for the second coming of Christ. So there will be a rebirth in Israel. You will see Israel will win the war, and they will establish their kingdom. And as God planned, as Jesus was risen from the dead, Israel will risen from the dead. After 2000 years, 2 millenniums, it is reborning. It is gaining its power again. So we'll pray and commit this time, and I hope everybody learned things from this prayer meeting. I know it's a small number of people, but what we are doing right now will resonate. So many people will watch these videos, and they will know what is going to happen, and they will come in. People will be, doing worldly things and doing different things. Science will tell it's normal incident, it's just a solar eclipse, but God has already set up the time for his coming and for the rebirth of this earth. He will renew this earth. Even the judgment come, even the earth destroys. Okay, there will be a rebirth on this earth. There will be a new heaven, new earth. That is our promise. For that only we are working towards. So let's close this prayer in prayer, and I encourage you to invite other people as well. I know less numbers are here because it is the first day. We will have more people watching over YouTube, Facebook, and they will let them know there is going to be a new reckoning, the day of reckoning, and there will be a new rebirth, and we need to pray and ask God for direction. So glory be to God.
Darkness fell, a nation in despair, lost in chaos, hope and thin.